Hey, you guys. Okay, so today I was out delivering my orders, some of my orders, and also dropping off brochures at door to door since it was a pretty day. And I started to think back why I started with Avon, and I don't think I've ever shared that with you. So I thought I would do that today. Um, okay, so I worked from home for 20 years. I was blessed with a job that offered me the opportunity to work from home. After working 10 years in the office, they offered me the opportunity to work from home when I got pregnant with my daughter. So we had one daughter, and it was awesome to be working from home as a medical transcriptionist. I was contract labor, and I got to participate in all her school activities. I was a room mom. I was in the field trips. I went on the field trips. Gosh, I took her to piano lessons, dance competitions, piano recitals. I went everywhere with her, and and so did my husband because he worked. He had his own business, so we were always there. And I think she got sick of us after a little while. But anyway, she had no choice. So too bad, so sad. Okay, so I did that for 20 years, and it was a blessing. Let me tell you, it was a blessing. So in 2010, we got the bad news that my dad was diagnosed with cancer. He was misdiagnosed two times. So by the time that he went to go see an oncologist, he was already stage four. But I still held hope. I was very hopeful because I worked for oncology doctors and I knew the treatment that they provided and, that they can cure people with stage four. And so I was confident. I was confident that he would be cured. Um, so I directed him to the right doctors. I went with him to different appointments, and the treatment was working. We thought it was working, and then finally, at his last follow-up visit, they said no. The tumor had spread to his lungs, to his lymph nodes, and we had to look at hospice. So I took it pretty hard. He passed away 6 months after he was diagnosed, and so I thought that I was going to be his lifesaver because I worked for these doctors for almost 30 years, and it just didn't happen that way. So I went through a really bad grieving phase. I was having panic attacks. I was fainting here at the house. Luckily, my husband was here when I did that. I would pass out. And I had to go to the hospital one time for an anxiety attack. I never had one before. So I would be at my desk in my office, and my husband would find me back there crying. And he said, "You have to leave this job. You can't do this anymore," because it was cancer patients who were surviving their treatment. And I didn't understand why my dad didn't. He goes, "You got to quit." And I said, "No, no, we need the income. I can't quit. I can't quit. You can't do it by yourself." We were putting our daughter through college. And so we needed the money more than ever. He goes, "No, no, you need to quit. Your health is more important." So I went ahead and quit. And then I thought, well, now what do I do? My daughter's at college. I have no one to take care of, no one to watch over her. My husband is at work full time. So, a few months later, I said, "You know what? I'm ready to go back to work." And he says, "No, you're not. No, you're not." "Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I'm stubborn and bullheaded." So I found a job as a transcriptionist, and I knew I could do it. I knew I could do it, but I lasted maybe 3 months. I felt like I was in a cage and there was no way out. I wasn't used to working in an office after so many years, and I didn't like the fact that I couldn't leave when I wanted to leave, or if I wanted to have a 2 hour lunch, I couldn't do that. I know that was corporate America, and I didn't like it. So I left there. I went through two other jobs, less than a year. I spent there, the same thing. And I said, I can't do it. I can't work in an office anymore. I was set in my ways. I was comfortable working from home. And so I had to find something to work from home. And you know what? The transcription thing, I think it worked out for the best because most of the jobs are now shipped overseas, or they're doing voice recognition, and they're no longer hiring transcriptionists as much. So anyway, okay, so I found Avon. My mom was looking for an Avon lady. She was, I need my face creams. So I said, okay, let me do it. I mean, it was only $10 at that time to join. So I'll get a discount. I can get her products at cost, and maybe some friends and family will buy from me as well. So I signed up. This was in January of 2013. So, and I thought, well, maybe I'll get really good orders. All of my family lives here. My husband's family lives here. We have pretty big families. Well, my first order was only $50. 50. $50. Talk about a shocker. I could not believe it. So I thought, you know what? I guess I'm going to have to find my own customers. And that's what I did. I went online and I started following different leaders with Avon and saw how they did it, saw how they were successful at finding customers. And so that's what I did. I followed their advice. And so in 2014, I received my Mrs. Albee Award, which was I made President's Club. I reached the President's Club level, and I was invited to the PRP Gala. And I saw all these ladies and gentlemen going up on stage, receiving all these trophies and awards. And I got one. I got one. So I was happy about that. But I would have been happier had I gotten more. I wanted more. So that inspired me. That put a fire under me, lit a fire under me to do even better. And so in 2014, it was in March last year, 2015, I started going after leadership. I was determined to go into leadership because a lot of people were saying that leadership is where you got to be, you know? So thankfully I did. I am now I have 27 people in my downline, 27 team members, and 3 second generation team members. So total of 30 in my whole team. And so I went from a $50 order in my first campaign to a $700.90 order this last campaign. And let me tell you, it takes time. It takes time to build a customer base. Don't get discouraged when you first started out and your family and friends were behind you 100%, and you passed out your 10 brochures and they ordered from you and you had a great order. You were so happy and you thought after the second, third, and fourth, they'll continue to order. 9 times out of 10, they won't continue to order that much. They have enough Avon to, they're done with Avon for a little while. So, a lot of people give up at that time. They think, well, nobody's buying from me. I'll just give up. This isn't for me. No, don't do that. Well, I can't tell you what to do, but I found it in myself. I said, I have to find my customers. I have to make this business work. So I got to do what I got to do to stay at home. I don't want to work in an office. That was my motivation to continue with Avon, because I saw the money that could be made. And so, yeah, I just followed the leaders, followed the good leaders, the top leaders, and got their advice. And I hope that you are finding my tips that I post on our group helpful. I do Avon tips of the day. I do videos, and I post videos from other representatives who are her top leaders. And I hope that inspires you to gain new customers, to find ways to get into leadership, to talk to people. Because I was super, super shy when I first started out, and I needed to get out of my box, out of my comfort zone. And so that's what I did. And if you have any questions, please message me. And don't start your message with, I hate to bother you, but you're not bothering me. That's what I do. That's my job, okay? I'm here to help you. So don't hesitate to do that, okay? I look forward to talking to you again, and talk to you later. Bye.